B46 foundation, not to be confused with B46, which is originally what I called it. Kyle, the floor is yours.
SoureCode B46 is an enrichment program for elementary students. And what we do is we build potential in children through software coding and storytelling. Our whole process is designed to build that potential in a way where we're enhancing that child's high-level thinking skills, their comprehension of academic concepts, co-working skills, and also confidence. And we take these kids through a process where they take a picture, they come up with an idea, they write a story, they then draw that story on a storyboard, and then they take that story and transform it into an animated movie by software coding. The process is very, very rigorous. Now, what we're most proud of is the banner that we fly underneath. It's our mission, which is to make this world stronger and more beautiful by ensuring every community has a qualified representative sitting at the solutions table. So what does that mean to us? That means that we believe that community is stronger because we're all interconnected when every member of that community is at that table when the solution is being designed. And if any one member is missing, then inherently what happens is that the solution that comes out of that table is ultimately flawed. It impacts the community that wasn't there, it doesn't solve their problem, or it basically that's it. Or the problem is never ever solved, right? So let me give you an example of this. In the 1970s, 91% of doctors were males. And so when those men were sitting at the table developing solutions for cancer, the issues that were important to them were prostate cancer. As a result, millions of women who weren't being heard were still battling breast cancer. It wasn't until Title IX and the Public Health Act of 1975 when women finally got an opportunity to become qualified and to sit at that table and lend their voice. At that moment, the mortality rate on breast cancer decreased because we had women sitting at the table. The community as a whole prior to that was being affected because they weren't being heard, right? Men were losing their wives, sisters, and daughters. So as a byproduct of everyone coming together, the community as a whole became stronger. So that's why we created the foundation, to step into the gap, right? Because we have communities here, we fast forward in Orlando, who don't have voices sitting at the table. And so the foundation was designed to step into that gap. And how we do that is we provide scholarships for children who are disadvantaged and don't have access to programming that allows them to find their voice and to become qualified and demand a seat at that table. And so the scholarship includes access to our programming, our summer enrichment program, a brand new laptop computer, and internet access. Now, your money will go to a very, very specific purpose. It will go to a child. We designated 10 scholarships. One of the scholarships we set aside for a young lady by the name of Guinevere. And here's a letter that her mother wrote us when applying for her. Guinevere is a super intelligent, incredibly charismatic child. She possesses a wonderful spirit filled with kindness and a zest for learning. She recently has been feeling less respected by her peers as though her ideas are not being considered when working in groups. As a result, her confidence has been strained because of this, and economically, her father and I cannot afford to have her participate in activities. So we're fortunate for this opportunity, and we hope she gets a scholarship. So Guinevere is a perfect example of how this community can come in, pick this child up and put her on our shoulders, and give her voice, right? And allow her to get on a path where she can become qualified, and as a result, she can not only lend her unique perspective to the table, but she can also petition the needs of her community. So thank you very much.
So now we're opening the floor for 4 questions. Anybody want to pick his brain? You guys act shy. Okay.
Tell me the connection between coding technology and social change. How does that fit? coding and expression in that realm, how does that relate to the larger picture that you're talking about?
Well, I'll tell you how we use coding. What we do is coding is a very rigorous task, right? So when children approach it, first of all, they need to learn how to think, right? They go through this computational thinking process. Coding teaches children that process that they can use in coding their lives, right? How to get through and solve problems, right? Sequentially, and do it in a way that's meaningful and that invites failure and allows them to learn from that failure. So that's how we use coding to build high-level thinking skills, but then also the confidence that comes with just the rigor of just pounding that problem over and over again, and then finally having those small wins that ultimately boost that child's confidence and know that they can tackle any problem that they may face. Okay.
Yes. How do you encourage diversity and have both genders represented? How do you bring those children into the workforce?
Oh, we were very intentional about it. So this last year we did a pilot program where our schools were picked in a manner where we made sure that we reached every single community. We Nat-Ford, Lakeline Elementary, Princeton Elementary, Gomery, the Orlando Science Center. And so we're very intentional about that process. Diversity is critical to what we believe will be our success. And so we have to be intentional with seeking out diversity, seeking out those who are not able to get access. And so that's the reason why we developed the foundation. That's the reason why we're in 33 community centers in the District of Columbia this coming summer and also this fall. So we're very intentional about diversity.
Is there a mentorship opportunity after they learn it? I've seen so many jobs now that demand that skill, and I wonder if people can find jobs.
Yeah, one of the initiatives that our foundation is tasked with is called the Pathway Program. So once the child leaves us, right, after 5th grade, we let them go. So it was always, well, what's next? So the Pathway Program allows us to partner up with corporate sponsors who then we take them and take that child and guide them through this process where they get during the year learning, summer program learning is all paid for, and then it goes all the way to high school where they get an internship opportunity. So for the company, it gives them an opportunity to mold that child and to build a relationship with that child. For the child, it gives them an opportunity to become qualified and have an opportunity to sit at, once again, a table. So our Pathway Program is specifically designed to accomplish that goal moving them forward.
There was a last question right there.
Yeah. I was just curious for the Orlando area, you just made mention of DC. Is there anyone else as far as trying to reach these kids at a young age with software coding that's similar, especially the competition would be for Orlando? Or is this like forefront?
Yeah, well, number one, we don't believe, we don't classify ourselves as a coding program. We're an enrichment program. Our job is to build potential first. That's it. And if they happen to like coding, great. They started early enough where now they can get a head start in becoming proficient to work towards that 10,000 hours, right? Because now they're learning in second, third, fourth, or 5th grade, and they can work towards those hours early. So we're all about building potential first, coder second. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.